I know you're probably like, girl, where you been at? Probably. I hope you're thinking that, because if you're not thinking that, then I completely just deluded myself. But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be delusional. That's fine. That's fine. But anyway, I know it's been a while since I've allowed myself to be here in front of y'all. I have been thinking about this YouTube channel. Like, I'm not quitting. That's not what I'm doing. It's just that I'm like, I know people come on this channel a lot, and then after a while they just tap out, especially like if they feel like they're not getting the views that they want or the engagement that they want. But let me tell you something, or let me remind you of something. I was only expecting, or at least not even expecting, I was hoping for at least one person, just one, okay? And I have more than one consistently watching it. So with that, if I can at least like journey with one person and show them that sometimes, life is gonna be a little bit like, it's gonna bust your ass, but you're gonna show up for yourself repeatedly. That was my hope. Okay, that's my aim, and I have more than one. Okay, so I'm not gonna give up on y'all, but I'm gonna be real enough to let you know that sometimes, okay, like my most previous situation, my most recent situation, where somebody who I once considered to be a friend, they tried to get rid of me. Okay, and I needed some time to like process it. Like, I'm at a place in life where I'm not alarmed when people try to do things to me. I'm not alarmed that people might try to do things to me. It's just that sometimes you process it and you're like, this is so odd. Like, what are you doing? Why would you even try to do that? Like, but the thing about it is, it's not lost on me that this is a very fickle world. So even when you think it is the case where overall you're like a pretty chill person, you're pretty cool, you can still piss somebody off to the point where, people are killing people over food. Okay, I read somewhere where somebody offed their own brother for a dumpling. So I'm not making light of that situation. If somebody can off their family member for food, then a friend or former friend can definitely off you for things that you probably don't even know. Now, it's not something I want to get deep into. I didn't even really want to talk about it because I'm just like, I'm not ready to like put it out there as yet in details. But I wanted to just say, hey, I'm not gone. Like, I'm still here for you. I'm still dealing with it. I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna try to keep it as real as I can. I'm pretty private, to be honest. And I know, like, how can you be private but you have a YouTube channel? Like, shut the fuck up, okay? Okay, please. I'm working my way into being a little bit more open. So, all that yapping just to say this, I'd like to talk about proximity today, because proximity is one of the reasons why we go through the things that we go through. And it has good and bad attached to it. I think my machine is is a little bit noisy, so I'm gonna pause this for a second so I can go turn it off, just in case it's annoying, because I don't really like to make it too noisy in the background. But before I do that and I lose my entire train of thoughts, I want to say proximity is both good and bad. Okay, proximity can be your biggest ally, and proximity can be your greatest downfall. Proximity is not cool sometimes, and people don't always want to do research into what you're saying. If you know somebody, okay, they're just quick to believe it, they're quick to run with it. I don't want you to feel as though you should allow fear to control your life. I don't want you to feel as though you should run and hide and just be far away from everybody for as long as you live, because I don't think that was how we're supposed to go through this life. It's everyone's first time, I'm hoping, existing, okay, and doing this. And with that being the case, you're gonna mess up, you're gonna get it wrong. Some people, they thrive though on just going out there and being complete asshole. You have some people that just thrive in chaos, right? So of course you might want to spend your life like not messing with people, not being around people. Trust me, I'm a loner. But even as much as you are a loner, you will still find yourself around people. You still create a bond with them, especially if you grew with them. So as much as you like being alone, you won't always entirely be alone. You still have to participate in the world, even in small fragments. And that's something that I have to be like, digesting properly. I can't help ingesting it, but the way how it is digested in me, I'm dealing with that. Okay, I'm dealing with it. So in the case where my former friend tried to hurt me, it's because they knew of proximity. They knew that, okay, this is how Jade spends her day. This is the things that Jade might partake in. These are some of the places that you might find her at. Because as much as I like being home, there are still other places that I will be at. Not necessarily frequently, but oh God, they are cutting the lawn. Why are you out? That's supposed to be done like from 8 o'clock in the morning. That's maintenance time. Okay, it's like 3 o'clock. Why are you cutting? I'm gonna go pause all this noise, okay? I will be right back. I hope that you can hear me a little bit better, right? I turned all my stuff off. Now I don't know if they're gonna continue with their maintenance. Probably they've been doing that a lot lately at very odd timing, and I'm just like, that was never your stilo. Like why are you? What's going on? But not my business. Okay, not my business. Anyway, proximity. The person can know that, okay, this is how she spends her time. On this day, she might go here. On that day, she might go there. Despite her being at home, she does these little other things. And that's why it's always great to sometimes change your routine. But to be honest, you're not thinking that, okay, somebody's going to try to hurt me. You're not thinking that somebody is going to come at me. Of course, it might cross your mind. Like, it is a possibility that people would try to harm you, because you have to understand the world that you live in. So while it is that you might think that you haven't done anything for someone to try to hurt you, at the same time you are living in a world where it is possible to do absolutely nothing and people can still try to hurt you. And that's not to paint yourself as if you're a victim and if you're so innocent. There are times in life where even though I am reserved and I'm quiet, I'm not afraid to double back into one of my personalities and take you there, because leave me the fuck alone type shit. Okay? But for the most part, I really do mind my business. I do my very best to stay to myself. Some people, when you guys might have disagreements or fall out for whatever reason, not everyone is going to take too keenly to that. Not everyone is going to react the way that you would think they'd react. And sometimes if you and a person are cool with each other a certain kind of way, you're not thinking, oh, well, if we are no longer friends or whatever, then they're going to come at me a certain kind of way, because again, your proximity, your understanding of them makes it where you're like, oh, okay, now we don't fuck with each other anymore. Like, we are not cool anymore. But, it's done. It's done. They don't have to take it the way that you're thinking. I'll say this about proximity, since it has to do with closeness, right? You can be as mindful as you aim to be about the way that you say things to people, about the way that you do things, about who you let into your life and who you don't let into your life. You'll never know what a person's true intentions are, because as much as somebody can pretend and they tell you, oh, they can only pretend for so long. No, you have people who can pretend. And I also think you have people who really was not even thinking when they met you that I'm gonna hurt you. But, along the way, you probably created a monster within them, as well as you probably didn't even. You probably just remained as yourself, and in the end, they found it to not be satisfactory. For me, I've always been pretty nonchalant about things, and it's not that, oh, I'm just trying to be Miss Tough and unaffected. No, okay? I think I was born that way. Even as a kid, being in trouble, and my mom is like, expecting a certain reaction out of me, and I was pretty like bare-faced with it, like, do what you're gonna do, like, it don't really matter. And I think sometimes when you have that approach throughout your life, people don't really deem it as satisfactory. They're expecting certain reactions out of you. And I think for my latest thing that I've been a part of is a certain reaction was needed from me, and I didn't do that. Okay? Sometimes when people hit you where they think it would hurt you, they want to see you disheveled. They want to see that you are losing your mind. They want to see you fall apart. But you remain, as yourself. You just accept things for what they are, and you are just pretty chill about it. And not everyone is going to take that nicely. And I will never come here and front like I'm an angel and I'm perfect. No, okay? But I don't go about my days trying to instigate things and trying to be rude, but I am rude. I can be rude. And it's not always going to be well received. Sometimes people will treat you a certain kind of way, and in their mind, they expect that when they pull the rug from under your feet, then you're gonna like lose your shit, okay? In lack of better words. They think that you are supposed to just like be completely thrown off guard, and that's just not who I am. I can only be true to myself. And me being me, I'm not somebody who's just gonna act crazy because that's how I'm not your little dancing monkey, okay? I'm not the person who you're gonna just pull the strings and I'm gonna like move to the beat of your drum because you think that, I'll say this about that former friend. We've always been pretty decent with each other. I don't take the word friendship lightly, okay? For me to be in the zone of considering you a friend, I have had to felt like, yes, okay? I can have you as a person that I deem important to me. And while it is not the case where I'm going to share every bit of details about my life with you, there are things that I would share with you that I won't tell to the typical person. And sometimes you don't even realize that the information that you're giving out is subconsciously creating a monster in someone else. And it's probably not even anything as deep. If I tell you something about me, I promise you I've already worked it out with myself, and you cannot use it to destroy me. You can't. I've already dealt with whatever comes with it. Me telling it to you is because I'm okay with however the cookie might crumble. But sometimes people don't know that. So on mad day, on upset day, on friendship end day, they will try to use it to be a weapon against you. And I mean, of course, they'll play their cards, but me, I'm never really shocked by somebody's actions. I'm just like, okay, well, thank you for showing me who you really are and what your intentions were from the jump. And I'll file it away and put it away. And I think once you don't give it a certain life, you don't react to it a certain way, then that makes the person even more upset, and they might come after you. You have to allow a person to do what they want to do. And I remember I spoke briefly about it in I think a little 5-minute video. And there's a guy that I pick his brain sometimes. I like talking to him. I don't know his real name, but I will attach his handle here so that you can see who he is. Sometimes we go back and forth. I enjoy listening to his perspective or reading about his perspectives, right? Since it's all in the comment section. And I remember at one point he was saying sometimes you got to say goodbye to that little unaffected side of you, like the part of you that's just like, I'm cool on whatever. Like once somebody comes at your head, then you need to, and I'm like, I understand. I completely understand his point of view. But sometimes you just have to allow a person to not get you to go back to something that you're trying to do away with, because it's always easy to fight back. It's always easy to go tit for tat. It's always easy to dip back into whatever mind frame that will allow you to be what the situation requires of you. It's always easy to do that. But for me, it will undo everything that I've spent time mastering. I will undo all of that. And to me, maybe you might look at it and be like, well, I don't agree with you, Jade. Somebody tried to kill me, then I am going to kill them back so that they don't have a second chance. And I cannot stop that from being your reality. But you attempted it in my world, and it wasn't successful. So I move on from it. And I don't know, maybe I am too calm about it. Maybe I'm too laid back about it. But to me, I don't want to be a part of that. Because me being a part of it means that I'm going to now have to spend my time in prison. I don't want to spend my time in prison. Life is beautiful for me right now. I have done some hard work, and I'm finally able to genuinely smile, genuinely be happy, genuinely receive. I like that, okay? I love that. And sometimes life sets it up where it doesn't want you to have that kind of peace. Some of these people are doing jobs that they don't even know was necessarily their assignment. And I'm not talking about your 9 to 5. I'm talking about a person entering into your life that you genuinely saw as a friend, as someone that you can confide in, as someone that you can go through life with, as someone that you can be cool with. But their assignment was to gather as much as possible about you so that they can use it to try to destroy you. And when the time comes, you can either decide that I'm going to retaliate because you tried to take my life, or you can say, guess what? In the end, it didn't work out. You did not take my life. You tried, but you failed. Now, with that being said, does that mean that the person might try again and they'll try to ensure that they're successful? Maybe. I cannot make my decisions based on what you might do. That gives me no peace. Because now I'm going to have to start thinking of taking your shit before you can take my shit. And then I'm going to always be in here. And I cannot allow myself to be imprisoned here. Because the imprisonment here is worse. It is worse than being in a physical prison. And I'm going to be twice defeated because I'm going to be in that physical prison. And I'm going to be in that mental prison. And I'm working on my inner. And listen, I don't know. Maybe one day it will click to me that, somebody really tried to take you out. But maybe right now it's not clicking. Maybe right now I'm just vibrating on different energies. And I don't know. Okay, maybe yes. Maybe I'm too calm about it. Maybe you're probably looking at it like, ain't nothing wrong with this girl. Because ain't nobody try to do her shit. And she's just like chilling and smiling and having a fun time. But they did try. I don't really care for it. Now, am I trying to welcome? Am I trying to welcome more stuff to come my way? No. But I'm here. And I'm happy. And I'm at peace. And it's just not that big of a deal for me. And maybe you're looking at it like, oh, you know what you did. You did some fuck shit, and that's why you're not really attacking the person. No, honestly, I was genuine to that person. Once I consider you a friend, I promise you, I'm genuine to you. I don't spend my time trying to be ugly to people, but I can be, and I will be. But I don't try to do that. Like, I don't get up and think, oh, today I'm just going to be an asshole. No. I'm not thinking today I'm going to be petty. Today I'm going to ruin you. No. But sometimes I've had moments where it just got me completely out of body. And when I get completely out of body, it takes me forever to calm down. and be okay again. It takes me forever to just like chill. And then I get so mad at myself because now I took it too far. I don't have an in between. I'm either this state of chill or I'm completely off the wall. I go from like 0 to 1,000 in a split second, just like that. And then when I get there, I take it to the max, super max, extreme max, all of that completely. And then I get so mad at myself because I'm like, even though they deserved it, girl, you did not have to go so hard. You did not have to do all of that. You did not have to say all of that. And now I'm just like, look what you made me do. And I just don't feel like somebody should have that much power or control over you. And so I started working on that. And now here I am. And I like where I'm at. I really do. And I just don't care. I don't. I really don't. I was that silly? Probably. But I'm okay. See, when we're not in a certain situation, then we can say, this is what I would have done, and this is... I can't tell you what I would have done and what I could have done. I can only tell you what I did. As much as we can conquer things physically, please don't be so caught up in just the physical that you completely disregard that there is a spiritual. And there are some of us who we don't know how to carry ourselves through the spiritual realm. Some of us, we're still in denial about the spiritual realm. There's a whole spiritual warfare going on. Sometimes people will attack you with witchcraft. And what are you going to do? You're going to go find somebody that can attack them back with witchcraft? I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. But that's not my thing. Okay? It's not my thing. It's really not. I'm not interested in going to any witch doctor to bury anybody, to ruin anybody, to take away from anybody. That's just not my thing. That's not my thing. Okay? So, I don't know. I'm just in this very peaceful part of my life and I really adore it. And there are things sent my way trying to disrupt that. And I'm just like, if they're trying so hard to disturb it, to disrupt it, to dismantle it, then it's gotta be pretty rewarding. There's something bigger that I probably can't see yet. And that is why their aim is to destroy it. And if I allow myself to tap into what will allow it to be destroyed, then they just won. They found a way in. And I can't let you into this. In this moment, I love everything about me. I love where I'm at mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I decided to work on me, my inner. And I've been rewarded. I have been rewarded greatly. I've been blessed. I've been in such a, man, I can see things a whole lot clearly than before. And I can't have anything ruin that for me. I cannot. So maybe this is not the way that you think I should go about it. Maybe this is not the way you think I should react regarding it. But for me, it feels right. It feels right. I am heavily protected, extremely, highly favored. So no weapons that were formed against me will prosper. I guarantee you that I will be here to see you through your journey, okay? I am journeying with you. I'm figuring it out just the same. And it took me a while to get here. And I like it. I do. Proximity is something that can destroy you. And proximity is something that can be one of your greatest strengths. But your mind, this thing right here, this is the way that you conquer everything, and that is the way that you create everything. You cannot lose this. You cannot allow this to be infested. You cannot give it up. Tranquility, okay? Tranquility. Fix your inner, and your outer, it will always fall into place. All right? I cannot say what I'm gonna do tomorrow or the day after that or next week, next month, next year. But as of right now, I'm doing well. I'm proud of myself, extremely, and I'm coming from a very far way. I am. It's a journey, okay? It beat my ass a little bit a few times, and I wanted to throw in the towels a few times. But there was this thing that always kept me going. I don't have a name for it, but it always said, "You didn't come this far to come this far. Get up, Jade, and put your best foot forward, even if it's broken, even if it's bruised. Just come on." And I've been doing that one step at a time. And you know, things just, they may not be how I want them just yet, but they are far away from how they've been. And if you had told me that I would be here right now with this kind of mindset and this kind of attitude and this kind of appreciation and love and kindness, I would tell you, hell no. Screw all of that. I'm done with peace. I'm gonna go be a rebel. I'm gonna go be a villain. I'm gonna go be an ass because I'm good at that. But I found something else that I'm good at, and it encompasses everything that I was also good at and bad at. And I put them into one because I accepted it. I'm still doing the shadow work, okay? And I don't know where it's going to lead, but it's clear to me than ever before that wherever I'm going to be led to is the ultimate everything. And I don't have words that are going to make it sound fancy and beautiful because we all have different missions. Mine is clear. And so there are things that I'm experiencing along the way that's trying to distract me from it, trying to tear me away from it, trying to bring me down. And, you know, I may not be in favor of it, but I'm okay. Truly, I am. Sometimes we have this light about us. Sometimes we have this thing about us that others see and they want to snuff it out because it reminds them that they gave up on themselves. It reminds them that once upon a time they had a light too, but they did not allow themselves to accept that light, to reflect that light, and to always shine that light. And so if they can't have it, then neither can you. And because that's their entire mantra, that's their entire lifestyle now, then, you know, they're gonna be against you. They're gonna come because misery likes company. And I don't want to see you elevating like that. I don't want to see your light shining so bright because it dulls the room for them. You can't give that away because you'll be just like them. And you were never meant to be just like anybody else. You were meant to be yourself. Always remember to be yourself. I'm going to be right here with you. I'm not going anywhere. Sometimes things will affect me. I'm not gonna lie. Things will affect me, and I'll take a moment and I'll think about it and I'll deal with it. And you may not see me for a few days, but I'll always come right back. And eventually I'll open up some more and I'll tell you things. But I think opening up to people is why I'm in the predicament that I'm in. And if I did that privately, imagine me opening up publicly. You know? That, yeah. But I can't allow myself to live in fear. Fear does nothing for me. Fear is only in your mind. Fear is only powerful if you allow it to have influence over you. And I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit too selfish to allow anything to have control over me than me. Okay? I am all about myself. You can call me obsessed and delusional and conceited and arrogant. I don't care. It is myself, and myself and I, we've been through so much. So if myself and I has finally gotten to a point where everything is just great and my idea of perfection, I'll be damned if I allow your puny trials to be the thing that gets me undone. Like, excuse me, this is not about you. This is about Jade. This is about Katashi, okay? This is about me. So you're just gonna have to fall in line along with all the other things that are sent to destroy me, to harm me, to hurt me, because it's just not gonna work. You might like slow me down for a little bit, but as always, I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna keep going. So I'm not here to be your influencer and somebody that you look up to. I don't want that title. I'm here to remind you that no matter what life throws at you, you've always been strong enough to move past it, to deal with it, however you choose to. I can't tell you that if somebody tries to attack you, I can't tell you that when somebody tries to attack you, you should just be calm and peaceful about it. No, you go about it how you want to go about it. But for me, this is not going to be the first. This is not going to be the last. But I am fully equipped to deal with it. I'm just dealing with it. Okay? I'm not in denial. I'm not crazy. I'm okay. I promise. So that's it for now. I'll come back and make a video soon. I have some stuff to do today, so I cannot be in front of the camera and just doing this, but I do owe you guys a proper video, so I figured I'll come by and I'll sit and talk about it. Had a few distractions earlier with the noise in the background, but for now it kind of seems like it's all cool and copacetic, so yeah. Anyway, please remember that no amount of money has ever bought an ounce of time, okay? So please take care of yourself. And that was by the great Tony Stark. I do like Tony Stark, yes, but I don't like how Marvel be acting lately. So my love ended with Endgame, Avengers. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, and I love you for trying, and I'm here. Okay.